Hey y'all, before starting the video, I just wanted to take a second to plug my Ko-Fi page. I'm not exactly in the greatest position financially, so any support is immensely appreciated, and you'll even be named after one of my Pokemon on my Draft League and NUZLOCKE teams if you become a member, along with many other benefits. If y'all enjoy my content, then please be sure to check it out. With that out of the way, let's hop into the video. What up, Homedawgs? My name is Gokey Gamer, and welcome everybody to week 6 of the PUDL, where this week the Milwaukee Medichams are going to be going up against none other than Coach Ted and the Meteor Shower Dragapults. Now this week we are really hoping for a win, as if we can somehow make the late season comeback like we did in the SDA, then we do still have a chance to make playoffs. But if we don't, then we are pretty much all but kicked from playoffs, which we don't want because I really want to show off what this team can do and the potential in this team. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and head into the team breakdown. Side note, I am low-key impressed with how I did that in one singular take. Ted's team currently consists of Great Tusk, Golden Goat, Terrapagos, Sylveon, Hisuian Arcanine, Feraligatr, Hydrapple, a Galarian Articuno that can turn into a Terra Flying, Fighting, or Steel type, an Electros that can turn into a Terra Electric, Water, or Fire type, Skuntank, and finally, a Kricketune. Overall, a very scary team with Gen 9 threats like the big three up top, Hydrapple and Hisuian Arcanine, as well as other solid threats like Feraligatr, Sylveon, and Galarian Articuno. In terms of what I'm expecting to show up, I'm thinking it's going to be Great Tusk, Golden Goat, Terrapagos, Sylveon, Hisuian Arcanine, and Galarian Articuno. Probably with either Terra Flying or Terra Fighting. This battle definitely isn't going to be easy for us, but I do still think we've got a pretty decent chance. So let's talk about what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it. The first Pokemon that we've got this week is our dedicated lead, Primrose the Alolan Persian. Finally rocking Technician this week with the Life Orb, we've got the max special attack with the modest nature and enough speed to outspeed Ted's fastest Pokemon, Galarian Articuno. And we've got the moves Snarl, Chilling Water, Parting Shot, and Icy Wind. Now, while all of our moves do unfortunately trigger Galarian Articuno's competitive, the Technician boost with Life Orb and the constant lowering of stats still looks extremely solid into my opponent's team, especially with how much we can maximize our damage with this type of set. Hopefully Primrose will be able to pick up a few KOs this week to show how powerful she can be. Next up on the team is going to be none other than our Web Setter and Widowmaker the Galvantula. Holding the Magnet this week with the Terra Ice, we've got the moves Thunder, Bug Buzz, Sticky Web, and Terra Blast with enough speed to outspeed a max speed Hisuian Arcanine, and the modest nature to hopefully just nuke something with the Thunder. An extremely standard set. I'm really hoping this Mon can either chip things down alongside Primrose or simply claim lives as well. After Widowmaker is going to be none other than our physical wall, which looks absolutely phenomenal in this game. Carl Weezer the Galarian Weezing. Holding the Rocky Helmet with the ability Levitate to completely stop a Great Tusk in its tracks, we've got the moves Strange Steam, Acid Spray, Will-O-Wisp, and Pain Split with the max HP and defense. Long story short, this Mon completely walls any of my opponent's physical attacks, including Hisuian Arcanine and especially Great Tusk. And honestly looks pretty decent in this matchup as well, especially with weakening things down with Acid Spray. Unfortunately, this set can't do anything against Golden Go, but I'm still really hopeful that this Pokemon can put in work against my opponent. Speaking of walls, our next spring is going to be the specially defensive wall, Hatsune Miku the Meloetta. Holding the Throat Spray this week, we're rocking the moves Hyper Voice, Energy Ball, Calm Mind, and Shadow Ball with max special defense and enough speed to outspeed a jolly Great Tusk. This was actually a last minute bring, as this team originally had Dig 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 the Doug Trio on it, but because my opponent has so many threatening special attackers this week, I'm really hoping that Meloetta can come in and either deal a crap ton of damage or help put a stop to any potential setup sweepers this week. Also here to stop setup sweepers from winning the game, we've got Steampunk the Volcanion. Holding the heavy duty boots this week to prevent taking any rocks damage or losing the webs battle, we've got the moves Steam Eruption, Overheat, Haze, and Sludge Wave this week with max special attack and max HP. Overheat and Haze look so solid into my opponent's team, with Overheat being extremely spammable against everything not named Hisuian Arcanine, and Haze being able to not just get rid of my special attack debuff, but also help prevent things like Great Tusk, Golden Go, and Sylveon from setting up and attempting to take advantage of my debuff. I really hope this set can put in some severe dents into my opponent's team, because if they can, then my final Pokemon will be able to just click buttons and claim lives. And speaking of that final Pokemon, the final Pokemon we're bringing this week is none other than Husk the Kyurem. Holding the choice specs this week, we've got max special attack and speed to speed tie Galarian Articuno alongside the moves Draco Meteor, Freeze Dry, Flash Cannon, and Earth Power this week. Long story short, nothing on my opponent's team wants to take a hit from all 4 of Husk's attacks. And as long as I get certain predictions right, Husk can easily just win this game, especially if my other Pokemon can chip things down enough. And that's the team we're bringing for this week of the PUDL. I am really hoping to take advantage of my opponent's lack of speed, but even then, this could really prove to be a tough game if my opponent can get around that lack of speed well enough. Regardless, that'll be enough for me. Let's go ahead and whop into the battle. Whop! Whop! And we are back. Alright, this time we found each other. Alrighty, let's see here. Hopefully we can still stay in the running for playoffs. We see Terrapagos, we see Gold, we see Kricketune. Alright, that's unfortunate. We see Electros, we see Feraligatr, and we see Galarian Articuno. Okay. Very, very interesting. The Cricketune is going to be a bit annoying. I am glad not to see Arcanine or Sylveon. That is really, really nice for me. I was going to lead Persian. And actually, you know what? Yeah, I don't think there's any reason for me not to lead Persian here. It does look quite nice. Competitive does scare me a lot. But if I can get my webs up, then, like, the webs from Cricketune won't matter at all. Cricketune could also be the lead here. I don't think it would be clear. If that thing is clear Amulet, and I, like, have brought Parting Shot, like, once, then I will salute Ted on that lead, because that is insane. But, I could honestly also switch into my own Galv, and threaten it out with the Terra Fire. They don't have hazard removal either, actually, so once webs go up, they stay up. So that's actually really good to know, too. No Great Tusk either, actually, which is something that's actually kind of crazy. No Arcanine, no Sylveon, no Great Tusk. Okay, this is definitely doable. No Hydrapple is very nice, too. And then we see both of the Terra Caps. Viola. I swear to God, if this is a clear Amulet lead, and I'm speaking that into existence, I will cry. I'm just gonna Parting Shot here and go into Galv. That's what I'm gonna do here. Okay, it's not, we just Parting Shot out. We reveal that we have Parting Shot, and we switch out here, so okay, that's not bad. And we also keep our Life Orb in the back. Yeah, I just send in Galv here and I set up my webs. He's probably gonna set up his webs too. I'm setting up mine. That's what we're doing here. Knock. Okay, so that gets rid of my, magnet, which is a bit unfortunate, but I'm still okay with that. I'm setting up my webs before you get the chance to. Oh, actually, I just realized Terapagos is there. I'm an idiot. Well, it is what it is. Are you gonna set up your webs too? Yeah, you're gonna set up your webs too. That makes sense. The nice thing is, Thunder is extremely spammable, so that is what I'm going to click here. I'm going to click the spam button. Thunder! It's probably Sash. Oh wow, it actually takes it decently well. Baton Pass, okay. So we've seen Knock, we've seen Webs, we've seen Baton Pass. Okay, that's fine. The Terra Ice is not going to be that useful here, which is a bit unfortunate. In fact, yeah, it was there for Great Tusk. I wish I was Terra Electric now. That would be kind of fire right now. We see Oogway, which is going to be the turtle. That is going to be the turtle. My guess is Rapid Spin's going to pop off here. I could punish that with Carhuize. I could punish it with Carhuize. And I do think here's the thing. I'm really wishing I had Volt Switch now, but I don't. If I see, you know what, I'm going to fire off a Thunder here. I think that's the better play, is just firing off a Thunder. We know that makes sense. If we can get a Para on this thing, then that would be great. But we are going to break that Terra Shell, which is always nice. We do see the Rapid Spin. Again, I do really wish my Magnet was there. We did lose it, unfortunately. Okay, and I believe we did see that it was Heavy Duty Booties, which makes sense. We don't have our Magnet anymore. Alright, it looks to be standard offensive. I'm going to go ahead and save this thing. I think that's very important. I'm going to send in Hatsune Miku here. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to send in the Hatsune Miku. And because it's my special wall. It's my special wall and I kind of need it. Webs are a bit annoying, but that's fine. We can make that work. Flamethrower. So I am very glad I swapped. I am now very annoyed. I am now pretty annoyed. That's annoying, to say the least. My guess is Golden Go is coming in here. I could predict that and double into Volcanion, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to double into Volcanion here, predicting the swap. I could also fire off a Shadow Ball, but because there's a Terapagos in front of me, I don't really want to do that. I will say it is very nice not to see any rocks. I don't think my opponent can actually set up rocks. Which is quite nice, I will say. They stayed in, actually, I just realized, too. Oh my god, what are you clicking now? You're clicking Terra Starstorm, of course you are. Okay, well, that's been unfortunate. It does a big chunk of damage, because of course it does. Oh no, we do reveal that we are Heavy Duty Boots here. Okay. Overheat does a major chunk. I'm just going to click it because I kind of have to at this point. They withdraw, which is interesting. What do they go into here is the question. Viola. Okay, so they go back into this thing. So this thing is going bye-bye, which makes sense. Cricketune going down here, it makes absolutely the most sense. Cricketune kind of did what it needed to do, so I'm not surprised at that going down. The Electros is probably what's going to come in here, which is going to be pretty annoying. I don't know what Terra type it's going to be. It's probably going to be Electric or Water, if they click it. If it's Terra Fire, then they don't click the Terra here. They could also save their Terra for Articuno. If anything else, honestly, if anything else comes in, that's pretty good for me, because I can just freely go for a Haze, which is quite nice. But if Electros comes in, then that's going to be a slight issue. Done. Is that the Electros? That's... Are you going to EQ me? You're probably going to EQ me, actually. That would make sense. Yeah, an Earthquake is probably popping off here. Well, actually, no, I just switched in Carl Weezer here. Yeah, I switched in Carl Weezer here. Yeah, what am I doing? What am I thinking? And we will heavily punish this thing, regardless, with this set, which is really good. We do see the D-Dance. We do see the D-Dance. Alright, that's scary. I mean, regardless, we will still take this pretty well, and I can fire off a Will-O-Wisp here. That's fine. And they will take Rocky Helmet Chip, which is really good for us, obviously. And if they go for Liquidation, they have to risk me going into Volcanion. So that's a pretty risky play from them. They do have to swap, so what are they going into now? I'm hoping to see Gold Pack. Okay, so we're going to burn Golden Go, hopefully, which is okay by me. That is very okay by... Never mind, we're biggest... Oh, wait, no, good as gold, duh. Alright, well, we reveal that we have it at least. And now we definitely just straight up go into... We straight up go into Meloetta here. There's zero reason for me not to. Meloetta is meant to wall this thing. It's meant to be annoying. It's meant to do the things. That's what Meloetta is going to do. The fact that it's burned, though, is really annoying, and I really do not like that. I do not like that it was burned. Although, Thunderwave, that definitely helps. I'm not gonna lie. Now, here's the question. What are you clicking here? Are you going to switch it to Terapagos? That is a very important question to note. Shadow Ball is really good against Galarian Articuno as well if it wants to come in for whatever reason. The question just now becomes, do I predict the swap? I mean, Make It Rain isn't doing much damage. I think I do risk it and go the Hyper Voice for then predicting the Shadow Ball. They don't switch. Okay. God, dang it! I was hoping I would get them on the Switch. That sucks. That really sucks. Alright, well, it doesn't trigger a Throat Spray, but now we go down here. There's nothing we can do about that. That sucks, for the record. I hate that. That is really, really annoying. Yeah, they just click Make It Rain here and KO me. Yeah. That's annoying. I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of that at all. I am pretty annoyed. I'm pretty annoyed at this outcome. Do I go Steampunk here? I think I might have to. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go Steampunk here. I am very annoyed. I'm really annoyed at that. But you know, again, I played to the best of my ability. I just have to kind of live with what I did. I could go for a Steam Eruption, predicting a switch. I could, like, Overheat is the most obvious play. Although, actually, the one resist is for Alligator, so I think I just go for an Overheat anyways. They do withdraw, which makes sense. We are really going to have to pull out the big guns. Suction is coming in. That's going to be the Electros, I think. And we are heavy duty boots, so our speed isn't lowered. This Overheat is going to do a pretty decent chunk. It almost picks up the KO straight up, which is really good for your boy. Now the question is, do I risk this thing being scarfed? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I risk this thing being scarfed or anything. I think I am kind of forced to switch out here into Husk. Yeah, I'm going to switch into Husk here. There's no reason for me not to do this. They're clicking an electric move, for sure. Alright, let's see what they go for here. We do see the Sticky Webs pop off, but again, nothing is going to want to take a Choice Specs hit from a Kyurem. I can freely fire off a Freeze Dry or even just anything in general, although they will probably let this thing go down, if I had to guess. That is the play I would definitely do, unless they for some reason wanted to save this as a sack. I think I just click Freeze Dry here. There's literally no reason for me not to. Golden Go is there, but I mean, it's not going to want to take two. And I can't really go for an Earth Power right now because of the fact that, like, this thing is still on the field as well as Galarian Articuno. So either Golden Goo comes in or this thing goes down. It's one of the two options, really. And even then, like, yeah, okay, so Golden Go is going to come back in here, probably. Man, I really wish I had Flame Charge right now. And of course they make the switch when I don't make the switch. You know what, whatever, it's fine. That still does a pretty decent chunk of damage, and will probably reveal that we are, in fact, Specs. The problem is now, my switch-in is gone, which is very annoying. And I don't want to send in Steampunk here, so I think what I have to do is I'm going to have to send in Primrose and take a, yeah, I think I just have to send in Primrose here. That's what I'm going to do. I kind of have to do that. Alright, Primrose comes in. We get caught in the sticky webs yet again. Alright, let's see what you go for. You go for the T-Wave. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. You will probably switch here. I don't know what you would switch into. The Snarl is going to kill anything and do a lot of damage against Terapagos and Feraligatr, so I just click Snarl here. Technician boosted Life Orb Snarl is going to pop off. They do opt to switch out, which makes sense. What do they go into is the question. Suction, so they do go ahead and opt to sack off this thing. That makes a lot of sense. And we're paralyzed. I hate it here. God, I'm so annoyed. Alright, now what I'm going to do, just so that way I can set up webs again, I'm going to go for a parting shot. There's a chance that we outspeed this. We don't, of course. We're not fur coat, so shouldn't do, well, it still does a big chunk, but you know what, whatever, it's fine. Actually, I could go Steampunk here. The way this is being played, you would have to be Scarfed, I think, to outspeed me, or max speed. Which actually could, let me see here. Okay, yeah, you could absolutely outspeed me. I think now I just go into Widowmaker. I don't really have a choice here. I should still outspeed this unless this thing is max speed. We'll get intel on whether this is max speed or not, I guess. I just go for a Bug Buzz, I think. I think that's just the play that I make because I don't want to risk the Thunder missing. So I'm just going to fire off this. They could opt to swap it to gold, which would make a lot of sense. And that's probably what they will end up doing here. They're probably going to want to keep trying to save Electros. No, they let it go down, and it is max speed, so that's good to know. Okay. That's good to know. I think we lose. This thing is max speed, and is going to ruin my day. I'm starting to get pretty annoyed. This thing could be dead if I didn't get paralyzed. Golden Go could come back in here again. I am not making that prediction, though. I'm just going to go for, yeah, that makes sense. I'm clicking the Draco here, just to deal as much damage as possible on whatever wanted to come in. This thing's finally gone. Earth Power I can spam, which is fantastic for me. Yay, whoopity-doo. I'm annoyed. I think we're gonna lose this, which means we're out of playoffs for sure, which is unfortunate. Week 6 out of 8, then we're guaranteed out of playoffs. I am very annoyed. I am quite annoyed at that happening, but I mean, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. Oogway comes back in. That is going to be Terapagos, which means it's probably going to try to set up in my face, which is quite annoying. I go into Steampunk here to prevent that every single time. That's what I do. Again, I do think I just straight up lose this game. I like, there's nothing I can do. Had Electros gone down, we would still have the Galvantula, which would have helped a lot. But again, this is just good prep on my opponent's part. I can't be too mad. We do see the Terra Starstorm pop up. That's probably gonna KO. Oh, and a crit. Whoopity-doo. Yay! I love crits. I love crits. They're so much fun. They're so much fun. I love them. Absolutely. Give me more, please. Alright, this time predicting the Golden Go, I have to click Earth Power here. That is, the Gamba is there. I just have to click that button. There's nothing I can do. I just have to predict Golden Go coming in and dealing a crap ton of damage to it. If this thing stays in, then it picks up the KO versus me anyways, so. Again, I am really annoyed at this outcome. This was a very annoying situation to be in. Yeah, they just Terra Starstorm. Okay. Again, I am pretty annoyed. I am pretty annoyed right now, but, I mean, there's nothing I can do. Like, he just played a good game. I could predict a swap, but what is that going to do for me? I'm just going to predict that he knows I'm Specs at this point anyways, and he doesn't. So, again, it's fine. I am very salty. I am very salty about that, but there's nothing I can do. And we live, too. Wow. And we live. Holy crap, we lived. Alright, whatever. We died. We died to this thing. Again, GG's to my opponent. They played really well. Like, they brought good prep. But I'm very annoyed. I'm very annoyed at that para. I mean, maybe Carl Weezer can do something, but Golden Go just wins. Literally, Golden Go wins now. That is my situation. Like, Golden Go just literally wins. I'm gonna Strange Steam. Yeah, Golden Go wins. It sucks, too, like, this team is not gonna make playoffs, because this team was so good. I love this. I love how this team composition worked. It's not perfect by any means, but, like, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. I have to just take the L. That's what's happened. Was that necessary? Was this necessary? No. The answer is no. GG's to my opponent. I mean, you know, oh wow, it doesn't even affect good as gold. Okay, well, that's good information to know. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the frickin'. Okay, reveal the tech. I will respect the reveal of the tech. I respect that. GG's to my opponent, though. Well played, really well played. Yeah, the para ultimately didn't matter too much, although it would have been nice to, I don't know, man, I don't know, I'm just mad. Again, my opponent played very well. I can't, like, there's nothing I can really say. Like, my opponent played very well. I can't be mad. I could have played better. But GG's to my opponent for winning this game 4-0. Your boy's out of playoffs, unfortunately. We might troll the last 2 weeks. Probably not. I'll probably just at least try to. I'll probably try to win just for playoff sakes. For my people that I go up against. But again, I am very annoyed. I'm really annoyed. Like, I could have brought Brambleghast. I could have absolutely brought Brambleghast to this game. I could have brought, like, I could have done other things too, but again, like, I was expecting Great Tusk, and it didn't come. I wasn't expecting Cricketune to come, you know, just because it's Cricketune, but it did what it needed to do. So, yeah, GG's to my opponent. Really, really well played. Again, I can't be too upset. I'm just upset because I'm like, this entire league, I know I could have played better. I know I could have done better with this team. And I just threw it. And that's what ultimately annoys me the most, is that, you know, we're out of playoffs. I'm very annoyed by that because I rarely don't make playoffs. Most of the time I usually will fight my way to the top. Or, like, not fight my way to the top, but fight my way into playoffs. But now it's so early on, I'm not making playoffs. I have a horrible differential. It's over for me. Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, maybe it's for the best too, because, like, in a few weeks I'm going to be out of town anyways, so maybe it is for the best. But regardless, I'll go ahead and wrap things up here. GG's to my opponent. Please be sure to check them out down in the description below. Watch their side of the battle. It was a very fun game, regardless of the annoying hacks. And I honestly don't even know if Electros might have been a roll too, which would have also very much sucked if that was a roll. But yeah, GG's to my opponent. Really, really well played. And yeah, and that'll do it, I think. Hey everybody, I'm just popping in real quick just to say that I forgot to mention that next week is going to be a bye week, so there is not going to be any PUDL game next week. We are taking this week off, so you'll still be getting the SDA game, but you won't be getting the PUDL game. So there will only be the SDA on Sunday, wanted to mention that. And also, once again, I don't think I really expressed it enough, but GG's to my opponent. They did play really well, and they had phenomenal prep versus me. They did extremely well. I'm not salty at them by any means. And I know I was salty at that last turn, but that was just because it was the last turn. And then I realized, oh, they're revealing the tech. They're revealing the Thunderwave Haze tech, so, or not Haze, Hex. So for that, I respect. But yeah, GG's against my opponent. Be sure to check them out down in the description below and show them all the love and support. And yeah. Anyways, back to past me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, please, please be sure to check out my Ko-Fi and my Gokey Challenges channels down in the description below. I really, really highly encourage it. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out, mates!